Arsenal deserved to win today. Pep Guardiola was playing haram football. These are words I never thought to come out of my mouth in my entire lifetime. I never knew I'll use Pep and haram in the same sentence. I don't know whether I was watching Pep Guardiola or Diego Simeone team today. For 80% of the game, Man City packed its bus. Forget that. They packed a trailer, a lorry, a train. They defended in a 3-5-2 mid-block for 80% of that game. And at one point, when they took off Haaland and some other attackers, they went to a 5-5-0. They had no intent of attacking, no intent of pressing. And this is why Arsenal signed Eze for games like this. But I didn't know that games like this would be against Man City. I thought it would be against the likes of Burnley. I don't know that I was watching Manchester City or Stoke City. And Eze broke the deadlock, broke the camel's back. What a finish by Martinelli. Donnarumma, you have been so great, but I'm looking at you. You take part of that blame for this goal. I think you came off your line too much. But Martinelli always finds a way to score against Manchester City. Erling Haaland did his job, scored his goal early. 6 out of 6 goals in 5 games. His worst start to a Premier League season. Absolutely demonic player. How can we beat that? Kudos to Pep though. Going away to the Emirates against a team that last year was better than you, and currently I think they are better than you, they are in a better place. I cannot really blame you. But honestly, I will never support a manager like Pep Guardiola playing haram football. I can never stand for that. And Mikel Arteta, you still take blame for this draw. Yes. I said in my preview that do not start that midfield of Merino, Rice, and Zubimendi. It's too defensive. You had Eze on the bench. You had this demon on the bench. You left him there. He's still the one that broke the deadlock. I'm still saying that you need to be bold. I saw a statistic that I'll put above my head now of how close Arsenal has been to Man City in recent years. In the last, 2 or 3 years, Man City has won 257 points. Arsenal has won 256. Man City has 6 major trophies. Arsenal has 0 in that period of time. What is the difference? One is bolder. One takes more risk. You need to be more risky. Even Madueke, I think he was doing very well in this game. Saka came on and did well, but honestly, to an extent, I don't think they should have taken off Madueke. Maybe he was fatigued or something. And I think if Mosquera started this game, I think you'd have done a better job at defending Haaland. Saliba wasn't 100% fit. It was obvious there, because the normal Saliba would have done something about that. Yes, Haaland is a demon. He's a maniac. But you'd have done something about that. So Arsenal, in this their home jersey that you cannot get from the Adidas Steak store, go to the Adidas Steak store and shop right now. Or go to our website, Adidas Steak store, message us on WhatsApp, this phone number above. Delivery is worldwide. Go and shop for any jersey. I believe they deserve to win. But in all this, Liverpool Football Club is the biggest winner of this weekend. Because all their enemies, they're just dropping points, drawing. I think Chelsea is a bigger threat to Liverpool. They lost to Man United. I think the best result for me, because if Man City won this game, they pull through. In my head, I'm thinking, yes, they didn't play that well. But then, the psychological impact of winning yet another game against a big club, that is Man United and Arsenal in back-to-back games, the psychological impact might be able to have propelled them to coming back in the Premier League. So I thank God they didn't win. A draw is the best result for Liverpool. And I'm very, very happy as a Liverpool fan. Back into the game. That first half, it was just a moment of brilliance. For me, to an extent, my man of the match today is Doku. Yes, I know many people might not agree, but my man of the match is Doku. I feel in the last 3 games for Man City, he has been one of their most important players. What an outlet he was. It was a one-man show. That counter, he dribbled and passed to Erling Haaland, where Erling Haaland put away a poor shot. Doku, so far, his ball retention, winning that foul to relieve the pressure for Manchester City when Arsenal was pumping and piling the pressure. He was so good at that today. And he deserves praise for it. Doku has been absolutely amazing, in the last 3 games for Man City. I don't know who you guys man of the match for is, but for me today is Doku. Tijani Reinders was decent as well. Got the assist for Erling Haaland. His ball carrying was very, very good today. I do not think that midfield of Rice, Merino, and Dumen in the first half was inspiring enough. That is why from the onset, Arteta, go for this win. Go for the win. That starting lineup still screams, I'm happy with a draw. it still screams psychologically. That fine margin between you and that Premier League title, between you and that UCL title, this is it. It is a mental barrier. It is very little. Look at how close you have been to Man City in the last few years. And yet, Man City still keeps winning. Why? Because they are ready to be say. Pep Guardiola in his head those times was, if I lose, I lose. Bata I lose, but I'm going for it all. I'm not going there to get a draw. I want to win. And that is the mentality you need, to be honest, Arteta. It is just a little thing you have to change for things to tip in Arsenal's favour. It is not like people are saying, Arsenal are caused this and that. I do not think so. I think this lineup today, Madueke did very well. I think Madueke is proving me wrong. I will not still conclude, but honestly, he did very well. He was the one trying, pushing, trying. I give him props. He did absolutely well. There was nothing more Madueke could have done. People are saying his end product. His end product was good. He was doing well. You get me? So I just think the lineup was not good enough. I praise your substitutions again. Once more, your squad won it for you. This is why you have a large squad. And I'm telling you, that's why I said Martinelli off the bench. Martinelli fighting for his place in his team. He's not comfortable anymore. He's doing his best for the team now. He's adding the quality that we saw in the 22-23 season. This is what is needed from every Premier League side, especially those that want to be champions. You have to have this wide squad that when these players are coming off the bench, Man City knows Omo is going to get harder. Imagine bringing Eze off the bench. Imagine you started Eze. Honestly, Man City was scared. Pep Guardiola was scared. I saw it. A normal Pep Guardiola will never go to the Emirates Stadium with the tactics of, yes, I scored early and I want to sit back. No. Pep Guardiola normally will still try and hold possession and try and pile on Arsenal. But today, to me, it was obvious that Pep was happy with this draw. He was very happy with the draw, happy to go with the draw. And Arteta should have pounced on that fact. And I don't think he did. And Erling Haaland, by the way, I'm going to still praise you. You are an alien. Erling Haaland, today is Sunday. Erling Haaland, you are not supposed to be in this kind of thing on Sunday. Erling Haaland is a demon sent to us from the Bundesliga. And we allowed it. We didn't cast and bind him enough. How can you tell me that Erling Haaland, 6 out of 6 goals in 5 games, is his worst start to a Premier League season? There are still some people that I said before are putting human limitations on this boy. KDB has gone. He will not see more chances. He's a tapping merchant. He's not this. He's not that. Man City was playing possession football when Erling Haaland scored 36 goals in the Premier League. Now, Man City is playing vertical football, transitional football that favors Erling Haaland. There is no striker in the world that eats up the ground as much on transitions like Erling Haaland and still has the composure to finish it, to pause himself and finish that chance very beautifully. There's none. With this new style of Man City play, if we see it in more games, Erling Haaland will score way more goals than he did. This is a striker that scored 9 goals in one match for Norway at the age of 18. A striker that in the Bundesliga with a Dortmund team that was not as good as Bayern Munich, he was still trying his best to get into that conversation for the Golden Boot. So we are not fighting against a human being, it's principalities and powers. But back to you, Mikel Arteta. In isolation, this is not a bad result. You have played 3 big games this season. Against Man United, you won. Against Liverpool, you lost. And today, against Man City, you have shared the spoils. Now, this is 1 game less against a big team. You have covered many of your big games. Some of your biggest games of the season, you have handled them. I look at your schedule in the future and you play Newcastle next away from home. That's going to be a tough one. St. James's Park is a ground where Arsenal has not had a lot of success in recent times. If I look at Arsenal at St. James's Park, they lost their last game in the Carabao Cup. They lost their last game in the Premier League versus Newcastle. They lost their other last game versus Newcastle in the Premier League. The last time they won Newcastle at St. James's Park was in 2023 May. And so in the last 4 games, they have lost 3 and won only 1, which is very bad. Very, very bad. So, Arsenal fans, this is not going to be an easy game. But Mikel Arteta, you are better than Arsenal. Sorry, better than Newcastle. There's nothing in that Newcastle team. You should not be scared. I always tell people when you are going to St. James's Park, go there and pour ice water on the fans. Go and calm them down. Score early, they will calm down. There's nothing more. Because the fans will always shout. They always be, and they don't like Arsenal. So there's a little bit more of should I say, a little bit more of jeopardy in the game. Those they are ruffians that they'll put. Don't worry, put tacticians in the play. Put players with technical ability. You will beat them. So it's all on Arteta. The team is there. The squad is there. I believe he made a mistake too by starting Saliba. I think he should have started Mosquera. Mosquera should have started this game, in my opinion. And they would have been more defensively solid. I don't think Mosquera did anything to not warrant him starting today, no. I think Arteta went to the experience of Saliba, but Mosquera came on against Liverpool and he was flawless. In all the games they have played in the Champions League, for me, he has even been your best defender this season. So I believe he should have started this game. But anyways, a decent result. They shared the spoils. I believe Arsenal deserved to win because they looked more like the team to me that came here to play football. Pep Guardiola, I did not expect that from him, but still a very good result for Pep Guardiola. Away from home at the Emirates Stadium, you take a draw, you're happy with it. But I think Arsenal will be unhappy with this result. I think Man City will be the happier of the two, especially the fact that Arsenal is in the Premier League title race. And that Bernardo Silva is such an annoying man. I like that Arsenal experienced that guy. He has been so annoying to Liverpool. God of mercy. And before the match, he basically just said in plain words, Arsenal is not Man City's rivals, because he said Liverpool are rivals because they are the ones that have won things in recent time. Arsenal are not our rivals because they have never won anything, but they are doing very well. In play man's term, he no rate Arsenal. So it would have been more sweet if you guys dunked on his head. But very good results, all in isolation. And you keep moving. Make sure you shop at the Dedica Steak Store. Thank you very much for watching the video. Our man of the match today, as I said, for me, personally, is write Martinelli, since he got a point for you guys. Martinelli, that was a beautiful finish from him. But my own man of the match is Doku. But if you agree with me, Doku, write Doku. If you agree with Martinelli, write Martinelli. But I'll give it to Martinelli just for Arsenal fans, because he got the win and he got that draw, and that was a beautiful finish. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys' support to this channel. We're pushing to 50,000 subscribers. As I will appreciate your subscription and I'll appreciate your support. Adika Stakes is out. Peace out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe and share. Please like it. It helps the video, please. Thank you. Bye bye.